tell you about my experience buying a bag in Europe, getting a tax refund, and my brand new spanking Gucci bag. So previously I did a video about buying luxury in Japan and that was really well received, and I recently made a purchase in Europe and I'm super happy with my purchase, but I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through it. When you're traveling in Europe, you can get a big discount, especially if you're buying luxury, if you know how to work the system. And by working the system, I actually mean getting a VAT refund. So VAT stands for value added tax. And if you're in the EU, chances are that your country, whatever country you're traveling to, will give you a VAT refund in certain stores. But what it means is that you get a huge chunk of your money back if you shop at any one of these stores. The tax refund is different for every country, and when I was in Europe, I did my VAT refund in Italy. And in Italy, I think it was 22%. Yes, you get 22% of your money back if you follow all the rules, the really confusing rules of the VAT refund. So I spent hours researching this because I really wanted to get a VAT refund, especially if I was gonna buy something nice for myself. Let me tell you, it is so confusing. It is not simple. There's this whole system that you sort of have to follow in order to get your refund. So to get this refund, you have to be a visitor who currently doesn't reside in any of the EU countries. Also, pro tip, the VAT is already baked into the price of the good that you're buying. I'm not used to this because in America, tax is usually added at the end of your purchase, but that's not the case in most European countries. Anyway, needless to say, the discounts are huge, especially if you're shopping for designer goods or things that are just a little bit pricier. So this is a Gucci Soho bag. This is the bag that I got. And if you want to see me unbox this, then I will do an unboxing at the end of the video. All right. Here is how the process goes. So if you're at a store in Europe, you have to make sure that somewhere on the store, you can ask the sales clerk or whatever, but that they're actually participating in this program. And you have to spend over a certain amount. I think it depends by country, but usually it's like 150, 170 euros or something. And you can't spend that amount through multiple different stores. Like you have to spend it all in one store. So you found your item, you're completely in love, you're like, oh damn, I'm gonna get me some money back. So you bring your item to checkout, and when you're at checkout, you have to tell them, hey, I want the VAT refund. And they're gonna say, cool, let me see your passport. And then they will give you like a little stack of forms. Make sure you get a stamp. This is what I've learned. You just gotta get a stamp. When you get your form, they're gonna give you a receipt, they're gonna give you like this filled out form, then they're gonna stamp it. And if you don't get the stamp, I've read online that you go all the way to the customs office at the airport and they will just deny you. Alright, so now you got your item, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so pumped. I'm gonna use this brand new spanking purse, shoes, belt, whatever. I'm just gonna leave this place, I'm just gonna wear all my goods at once, and you're gonna realize that if you want your refund, you can't actually wear any of the stuff until you exit the country. I'm not sure why that is, but you have to have all your merchandise unused. They will inspect it. Leave it in the packaging, leave it in the box. Some stores will actually staple the bag closed so you can't like rip it open. Now you got your documents, you are ready to get your money back. And this is the part where it gets kind of confusing. You have to bring your documents and your stuff, and you have to bring it to a customs officer, usually at the airport. If you're on a train, this will be a little bit more annoying because say you're on a train, so you're exiting out of the EU, you have to get off at the stop before when you exit the country, if that makes sense. Sometimes I've read that a customs officer will actually come on your train and they will do this whole process for you before you leave the EU, but a lot of the times you just have to sort of figure it out, Google your train route, Google where the customs office is. It's just more confusing when you're on a train. So just for simplicity, let's pretend like we are not on a train and we are taking a nice aircraft. So you do your VAT process at the customs when you exit the EU. If your last stop is at Italy, then you take all your receipts from Paris, from Italy, and then you process it at the Italy customs. But whatever you do, don't leave the EU until you get your refund because I don't think you can come back and get it back. So arrive super early. When I went to the airport, I saw the line to get the VAT refund and it was a very long line. You also have to bring your merchandise with you. I think that there is a system that airlines use where if you have it in your checked-in luggage, they will escort you through this like secret route to go through the process. So you go to your customs officer, they give you another stamp, and you are like, hallelujah, I'm getting my money back. But not so quick. You actually don't get your money back then and there. Depending on your country, sometimes you have to mail it in. Yes, you have to figure out how to get to a post office, get all your forms, get all your stamps, and then mail it somewhere, and in a few months, they will send you a check. Oh my god, that sounds just so annoying. I don't know about you, but I hate waiting months to get my money back. If you want to forego this process, there are some agencies in the airport that will do this for you, like Global Blue or Premier Tax Services. They sort of handle it for you, which I highly advise you should probably do if you're impatient like me. But the thing is, they take away a few percent of your valuable tax-free dollars. I think it's like 4% or something. Oh my God, this whole process, I looked it up and I was like, oh my God, I'm good at forms, I'm good at filling the boxes, but just the whole anxiety of sending it in the mail and just praying that it's gonna come back in a few months, I don't know, it's kind of scary to me, you know? So I talked to my good friend Rachel about this whole thing because she has a lot of experience buying luxury goods overseas, and she told me the best thing you can do, oh my gosh, this is like the giant secret loophole, is just shop at the airport. Yes, if you shop at the airport, they just take the tax dollars off of you. I know, I've always, you know, gone through to the terminal and I'm like, who the heck is buying all this stuff? Like, why would there be like a Gucci inside an airport terminal? I don't get it. My mind is like, ah. But now I get it. Instead of going through that entire process of bringing your passport everywhere, getting worried that you're going to get robbed and then you're not gonna have a passport in a foreign country and you forgot a stamp and oh my God, how are you gonna mail this thing? You can just buy it at the airport, which is what I did. Of course, buying it at the airport, there's like a lot of other issues. Like, you gotta make sure that your airline is in the terminal, and I didn't know if my airline was in the terminal. You gotta make sure that you have enough time to actually shop. You know, I find that European services, customer service, they're super good at what they do, but they're also really slow. Like, they're giving you like luxurious service, and sometimes when you're trying to catch a plane, you don't need that luxurious service. You just need to pay and get your goods and leave and catch a flight. So I went and I called ahead like 4 days before to make sure that they had the bag in stock. And then I reserved under my name, and it was such an easy process. The whole thing took like 10 minutes. I walked in, I walked out with the bag, and it was just awesome. In my last video, for some reason, everyone really wanted to know how much my bag costs. I'm not really shy with this sort of stuff. I know like in a few other videos, people are like giving me shit about how much I'm paying for things, but I'm like, it's my money. I worked hard for it, so I'm gonna spend it like how I want to. Since a lot of people were asking how much is the discount versus buying here versus buying in America, I just thought I would break it down for you mathematically, you know? The bag, the overall cost with, you know, currency conversion or whatever, with the VAT removed was $895. Now that may seem like a lot, but Gucci in the States is currently selling this bag for $1,190 with $101.15 in taxes. So the total is $1,291.15. Basically, I saved around $400 buying this bag in Europe. Was it worth it? I mean, I wouldn't go out of the way to go to Europe to buy a bag, obviously, but if you're in Europe, if you like this sort of thing, yes, definitely get your stuff in Europe. And now if you want to see me unbox this bag, stick around because I'm gonna do that right now. Right, so here is the bag. I haven't unpacked this yet since I came back from Europe, so I'm super excited to open this finally. Here is the paper bag, here is the actual bag, and here is my receipt in this really nice Gucci folder thing. I'm just gonna keep this here and let's just open him up. Ooh! Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, interesting. You see this? I don't know why this kind of annoys me. I really wish they had another loop here. I don't know what this is called, loop to just secure it so it lies flush. I don't really like how this is now a little bit bent because it was in the bag for so long. The bag itself, oh my gosh, I really like this type of leather because it seems a little bit tougher, it seems a little bit harder to scratch up. And if you do scratch it, it doesn't feel as noticeable, in my opinion. I love the tassels. I love a good tassel. Let's open it up. I'm impressed. I'm impressed at the perfect amount of tissue paper there is on the purse. So it's like the perfect amount. Ooh, the inside is this beige material, and now I'm really scared to get it dirty. I'm not really sure what this is. I'll look at it later. Inside is beige. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't really look into it. I'm gonna take all this out of the frame. I'm so excited for this purse. It just feels nice. Now I'm scared to get the inside dirty because I'm known to just shove makeup in my bag. Oh well, bags are made to be used. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was somewhat informative. The whole process, it was just It was a lot of research. I hope you guys like this sort of video, and let me know if you want reviews of any of my bags or anything. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!